I've showed this one to Richard before, but I realized I've never like actually recommended it on the podcast before. It's Medusa by Grizz and Recno in honor of Pride Month, and Spotify has the lyrics, so you guys can get nice and gay,
zesty.
It's nice and zesty.
I feel like this is what would be playing if you got in the car crash.
Yeah,
just the cops trying to take you out. Hot boys, nasty.
So, like, should we leave them in there?
They'll take you on. They're just like, wait.
Jesus.
This shit bump it.
They're trying to do CPR with the beat of the music.
Your phone or whatever is cracked. They can't see the name. They're just like, revive him. We need to know the name of the song.
This Shazam isn't working.
They're gonna see me struggle to swallow a pill.
You fucking child. You don't know how to fucking swallow a pill.
He doesn't know how to swallow.
You throw it back.
Nobody
and
ever taught him.
No, you throw the pill back and then you take the water, not all together. Bro.
Just... Okay, cool. Cool. All right. No, we can't get copyright. Hi. Welcome to
we won't get copyrighted from you.
That was Family Feud.
I thought it was Rocky too.
I don't think he knows his soundtracks.
That's it. That's just all Family Feud. It's just constantly like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Hi, welcome to Hear From a Friend. I am the host for this episode, Lee Cyrus, as the people call me in the streets. No, I don't know where that one came from. I don't know what happened.
Hey, it's your first podcast for Pride Month. Well,
it's my first podcast. Well, first hosting for podcasts for Pride Month, and the first episode of me just being for sure single again. So, yo.
Oh yeah.
Yup. So for those of you that don't know, it's part of what happened this week, so it's fine. Called it quits on something that was happening. Differing viewpoints. I avoided if your gut is telling you, or if you're doing what I did where you avoid asking important questions about viewpoints or a person's life or like whatever, like in that realm, and if you know what the answer is going to be but you're afraid to ask, that's a sign, bitch. Okay, because then once you finally hear them talk about it, then you're like, oh no, I wanted to be wrong so bad, fuck. So wasn't wrong, did the appropriate steps. Might I still be friends with this person? I have no idea. It's balls in their court. So yeah. Yeah, but balls. But back on my shit. I got a rip dollar today, some residue, and a half drinking beatbox for my good work.
Wow! Wait, what?
I know, it was amazing.
He said, quack, quack, quack. He's half a beatbox and a rip dollar.
It was a really good transaction.
They pay you like a fucking bum, dude.
Chill.
This is somebody that I do trust, by the way. Don't do what I do, or if you're going to, make sure you do it with somebody that you trust and that you know is reliable and safe. So blah 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 blah. Be good for your health. Happy Pride! Yay!
Did you pull out all reliable on your phone and you're like,
oh no. That I went onto Instagram and I was like, oh, he responded, or he sent me a text first, so that made it easy. So I was like, awesome. It was a sign. It was literally a sign. Like, I think this whole separating or whatever you want to call it, or dissolving, I don't know what you should call it, happened like I think 3 days ago on the weekend. So this was a nice like welcome back to being single. Like, awesome, cool. Love a welcome basket. It's great. It's better than what I'm usually used to. You know, sometimes it's just nothing, a ghost, and some no contact for about 6 months.
Fucking sweater's a bitch to take off.
Did you guys appreciate that navel shot of Steve because he's been working out?
What?
I
don't have headphones on. Hold on.
He showed
your belly button.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Ooh, yeah. Just zooming in on the navel.
Why?
Okay.
Because I take my shirt off in front of you guys?
Oh, yeah. Whore. I don't know.
We say that you
But,
saw your belly button for a second, you whore.
Yeah.
I don't have a piercing.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, I don't have a belly button. I'm like, you're a clone. But yes, so that's what happened to me this week. Pride's happening this month. Very exciting, very exciting. This is the most Pride shit that I've done the whole month. I didn't go to WeHo. I didn't go to LA. And I might maybe go to Long Beach because Long Beach is like the chiller one, I think, out of the three.
When's the Long Beach one?
I have no idea, so I might not go because I don't even know.
Wow. I was like,
It's
the
just-
LA one just passed, right?
Yeah, the LA one was just this weekend. So that one I think almost like everybody goes to. WeHo is a little not niche, but the thing with the Pride events is that they always have the parades early in the morning. Like
Yeah.
people that actually live like proper sleeping schedules and lives, like they show up and I'm like, why? I'm not part of that the gay community side that's like healthy and, you know, thriving clearly. So yeah, no, I will not be able to. If you tell me it's at 11, then I'd be there. No problem.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's happening. As you guys do know, not to like jump straight in, but this is also Richard, by the way. Rich Scorpion and Ninjubi Steve are Swole Daddy and musical Manny.
Hello.
Just give him another Hispanic name.
Musical Miguel.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
My
Coco?
goal, my goal is to look like Spider-Man. Like Miguel.
O'Hara?
Wait.
No.
Oh, O'Hara. Oh,
Have you
I've
seen
not
it?
seen it still. No, I have not seen it yet.
It's so
I
good.
have not seen it.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I want to see it. I want to see it. Yeah.
It's one of those movies for sure you don't watch late. You can't. There's so much talking.
Oh, wait, what? Late?
That movie has a lot of dialogue.
That's cool. That's cool.
Like there was a
I
point
do.
where I was like,
I
get
you.
bored.
Don't
But
watch
I was like,
late.
pay
I'm
attention.
understanding.
Yeah, don't
Got
watch it
you.
late.
Yeah. So Richard's got edibles.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we are in California, so whatever involving weed is legal. Just so people know, because some people are like, "My God, what the fuck?"
I don't know why
Yeah,
it was
no.
so funny to me. I was so caught off guard, but he has
Legal.
drugs.
Yes,
Not
edible
bad.
drugs.
Wee.
Yeah. So we were talking about it, and I was saying before we started was that it's funny because I feel like everybody that starts smoking or doing anything that involves weed, it's all like if you have an option, most people are like, "Oh, give me the sativa." Like everybody wants to be up and energetic or talkative or whatever for the most part. But everybody seems to like kind of just mature or change where it's like, I feel like for me it was sativa, hybrid, and then indica, and I'm just like, now I'm at the point where I'm like, just give me weed. I'll roll with however my body rolls with, and then I'll just go from there. I'll coast.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because when I was younger and I started smoking, like I didn't know like the difference in the two. I didn't even know there was two different kinds. We were just smoking whatever we had at that point.
Yeah,
It more
that's
likely
also
it
another
probably-
starting point.
Yeah, I was like more likely it was probably sativa. No, lies. It was indica all the time for sure. Now that like I've gotten older and I'm like, yeah, no, because I prefer indica or hybrid. Like I don't really do sativa. Like sativa, I feel like sativa flips me.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
I get a really I get a really like a bad body high compared to like how indica gives me like a really chill like a head change.
Yeah.
I think
They
I was gonna
what were you
say.
gonna say?
I think I've only ever had indica. I think the one time I had sativa was. I think
Might have
you
been
had
with
it.
me,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah, because
And
at that time I was all about it.
Yeah, and that really didn't do much. I mean, obviously, I felt like the little head high or whatever, but I didn't feel anything much. But I don't know. I've always gravitated toward indica because position, the stereotype.
Right. That makes sense though. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to sativa, especially now that I'm older, you know what's funny is that when you get older, people are like your parents or whatever, or older folk always like, God, I wish I was your guys' age, or I wish I was young again so I could like have my body back or could do whatever I want. And then I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm like, God, I wish I was younger because I didn't have like
Tolerance
when I smoke. Yeah, well, tolerance, but not. It was more like just really bad anxiety or things to really worry about. When I was younger, I had like no worries really. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke. I got work tomorrow, whatever. Like it was just coast. And now I will like if I smoke too much and then I do a bunch of shit throughout the day. It's like, bitch, you've been avoiding this for a while. You better start thinking about it right now. I'm like, no. Like, yeah, it's wild. But yeah, so we were trying to egg Richard into eating an edible, but he has a busy day tomorrow.
Not. Yeah, you like, whatever. Point is,
yeah, he did.
I didn't tell you. I was just like, oh, you have some? You're like, yeah. I was like, cool. And then he was like, eat one. I was just like, I didn't say nothing.
Anyway, the whole point is what's it called? I gotta get up early, and I know that shit's gonna knock me on my ass. So I'm scared to sleep through alarms. That's all it is. But
are you gonna save it for your trip?
I might actually. I'm kind of thinking about popping. I'm going to Disney.
Dude, when I went the last time
without
I went to
me,
Disney,
okay.
I went with my friend Tamara, and I was so done halfway through. Like we're just standing in like 3-hour, 2-hour lines, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm like feet are killing me. I'm just over it. And then she was like, she pulls out her bag. She's like, "You want to go smoke?" And it's a little pen. I was like, yes, fuck yes. So we had her son. He's way old, so she was really chill. He's a cool guy. If I don't think Neo ever watches him, if he does, hi.
Hello.
Miss you guys. So he was chilling at the line, and then me and her went to go to the smoking section. And this is around the time where pens weren't like super well known, and everybody was like more like vaping was more like the scene and like in the public eye. So they were just people looked at us and it was just like, oh, it's a vape or whatever. So we're just sitting there, we're just smoking. Oh my god, Disney high. I'm pretty sure this has been done by a bunch of people. But for me, first time, it was awesome. Oh my god, it made waiting in line much better. The food was awesome. The drinks were awesome. And then the company, if your company's good, then everything is going to be great, especially when you're stoned. So yeah, it was fun.
I don't like doing amusement parks high. I prefer getting drunk. Like Disney drunk is so fucking fun.
That's probably what I'm gonna
for
do
me.
Too.
Like that's genuine. Like because you're like, oh, it's fun. I was like, I can't. I think I'd be too like when I'm high, just like I'm quiet and I like chilling. Like I don't really do nothing.
I see.
I'm not like giddy or like all giggly and shit, running around and like talking and like being loud. I'm just like I'm chill. I'm too chill to be here. I just want to go home and like, kick it type of thing.
You know what's funny is that at the time, I don't know how he is now because we haven't smoked in a while. But remember when I went to TwitchCon and I went with your brother? I'm not gonna say because well, I think it's fine. But either way, I went with your brother. And we were all hanging out and I brought smoke. So I'm chilling, I'm smoking. And then everybody else joined in. And I remember we were standing in line for food and I'm just talking with like their friends. Like, I don't really know them and I'm just mingling because I'm already high. I'm like, I've been smoking. I smoked right now. You guys saw it. Like, this is just me. This is how I am when I'm high and sober for the most part. I feel like high me is a little bit more engaged. But yeah, I'm talking to them. And then I look because I'm like kind of tripped down. Like, where the fuck is like everybody? And I look to my right, and nobody, and I look to my left, and they're just standing there like,
huh?
And they looked at me, and I was like, "You guys again?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh my god, I got these men high." they're fucking flying, dude. Oh no.
What is happening, dude?
Yeah, dude. No, they were so quiet, but it's always that's like I feel like that's always at the beginning. It always depends on like the area I feel like where you're at. But the best part is that we were kind of out in public, so I'm pretty sure that's where their heads were at. But when we finally sat down and we're like in our table and everybody kind of like melded into like their spots and the vibe, it was so much fun. It was so cool. It was so cute. Everybody was just vibing and hanging out. They're all like scarfing down their food. It was cool. It was a good time. So when everybody kind of like mind melds into the same space, that's the shit. That's the shit. So so
I'd rather
I'm
do
excited
that
for you to do your edible.
I'd rather do that in a sesh, in like a house, like
I feel
just
that.
a big house, just do a good sesh going on, and then
I
everybody we just munch out and I don't know,
munch out, veg out, and watch a movie or anime. Sorry. Oh my god. I got really asked. I was pulling my notes. Speaking of fucking watching TV and munching out, I technically finished The Office. Technically, so I started it in season 3 because my friend was just watching. He pulled it up on Discord, so we were watching. It was episode 1 of season 3, and I was watching it. And it was funny. So I was like, "Oh my god, that was hilarious!" Blah blah blah. And then I was like, honestly though, that's like the first episode that I've watched of The Office from beginning, like opening scene or credits or whatever.
Yeah.
Theme song to the end with ending credits. And he was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't technically watched the show at all." And he was like, "Oh, so then that's what spawned the Office binge that we've been doing." Yeah. So we watched season 3 to 9. And that now we're watching 1 and 2. I didn't know season 1 was just 6 episodes. We're watching the super fan edits. And I think we're going to go through 3 to 9 again, but with the super fan, because it has an extra like 10 minutes of content. And we're watching it. And even he's cracking up with the extra content, like the extra like stuff. So I was like,
I mean,
sick.
I love The Office.
Might do that.
I love The Office. I've rewatched it a bunch of times. And I always laugh every time I watch it. But I can't do a back-to-back sitting for it. Like I'll watch it and then I'll give it a break for a little bit and then I'll come back to it. Like when I'm like, okay, I have nothing to watch. Let me watch what I know will guarantee me a good time. And it's always The Office.
Comfort show.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. It's just with this friend, it's just cool. I like having things to bond with friends. I'm like an attachment person. I forgot what the term was.
Clingy. No,
well, I mean, yeah, I used to be really clingy, but now it's like, what is it?
Used to be.
Well, no, there's like a specific, I think it's like anxious attachment or some shit like that. Or yeah, it's like, it's a mixture of both of my shits combined into my anxiety gets the best of me when it comes to like just interpersonal relationships with like anybody that I'm like, oh, I get anxious about like not really hanging around or things. To a certain extent, it kind of depends. It depends like if what I'm not a part of. Like if it's like a gaming session, there's like more than enough space for me, then I'm like, all right, I'll chill, I guess. But yeah, it kind of depends if they're doing like
depends
if anybody's doing, if it's something that I'm truly not interested in, then I would like to at least just like kind of just watch, just be on the outskirts and just chill and then like chime in. Like if I'm included in that kind of aspect, then that's fine. But FOMO doesn't really kick in until it's something that I'm actually interested in. Then it's like, shit, what the hell? What they doing?
I used to, I think, get a lot more. Nowadays, I don't at all. Like I'm just like
FOMO.
Yeah, like I'm saying,
I'm not
like,
surprised, honestly.
I used to be a lot more like oh no, like I don't have company or like what's it called? I don't know what to do with myself. And meanwhile, I see like, for example, I don't know, a story or some shit of like, you know, people hanging out. I'm just like, wait, I wish I was there or blah 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 whatever. And now I'm just like, all right, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not surprised because you now I don't care. That's Richard in a nutshell. So
I've never really cared. If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not. But I think that's also based on like how I was raised. Like I think like I was more raised on like, if you show up, you show up. If you don't, whatever. Like there'll be more in the future type of thing. That's just kind of how my dad's mentality has always been. But that's kind of how I was raised. So I was like, I don't think I've ever experienced like actual FOMO, like where like I got sad or I was like, man, I could have been there, like, and like start overthinking it. Like it's just been like, that looks cool. On to my next day of my next part of my day, and that's kind of it. So, but then again, I've always enjoyed my own company, like just chilling.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like I said, back in the day, it was like way worse. Now, to bring it back to the Office, I just like to find things that people are interested in that I'm friends with, and then I'll usually latch onto it. So then it's like a mutual interest.
Yeah.
But if I genuinely like it, then it's even better because then I'm able to like remember things because my memory is kind of shit. I wonder why.
Fucking pothead.
Weed, and then my brain is just.
Am I gonna be like that? No, I'm just kidding.
Hearing what you said, I was like, genuinely enjoy. I was like when you were playing Roblox.
Yeah, see, I tried with that did not work out. That was one of those examples where I'm willing to try almost anything out for a friend when it comes to stuff like I played sports games. That was okay in the beginning. Then it just like
That's so
snowballed
weird
into
to me
not
still.
good. And then Roblox I tried. Yeah, no, that's just me. Every time if they ever bring it up, I'm like, fuck no. Like I'm so verbal about it now. Like fuck that. I'm not
Good.
about that. Hell no. Don't even mention it.
I'm
But
I was like, I'm willing to do a lot of stuff for my friends and like, you know, obviously like try out new things, but when it's like I don't know, I guess I know when it's there, like once it hits that limit of like, no, I'm good. Like I just know for a fact I don't want to. Like for example, playing League with you, like that was a thing that I tried out because I was just like, all right, fuck it. He likes it a lot. Let's see what it's about. I didn't like it all that much, I'm gonna be honest, but I tried it.
No, I remember you
Yeah.
telling me that, and I was like, I get it. Good, good. Nobody that plays League is gonna willingly and like wholeheartedly tell you to like play with me. You should do it. Like if they do, they don't care about you.
I've made
don't
Richard try
care
so many
about you.
games,
Bro,
that he doesn't want to play with me, and I'm like, I don't care. You're playing with me. Like I want to play this, and you're playing with me.
They're a cute
the only
relationship.
the only like thing that
Cute
I'll give
couple.
him that I never want to play because I think it's boring as shit. Phasmophobia, just so boring to me. Fucking
I love
dumb,
Phasma.
repetitive, absolutely. At least for me, not thrilling. And then
It's kind of like a maze. Like when you go through it, like the first time, it's cool. Like you've stripped out. Then after like the next couple times, you're like, I already know what's gonna happen.
yeah. And I told him I'll play it, but I'm being an idiot the whole time.
Yeah.
That's
feel
my
that.
Yeah, but that him doing that like turns me off so much because I'm like, I don't want to play this no more. I was like, fuck that. Let's go play
Yeah,
something else.
yeah.
Like and I know he does it because he isn't interested, but he also does it on purpose because he knows that I lose interest when like I don't even feel him being slightly like involved. I'm like, fuck you, I don't play this no more. I was like, I'm sleepy now.
that shit's just boring. Sorry, not sorry, Phasmophobia fan community, all four of you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you have a big community.
That sucks.
I'm gonna
Go
say.
find
I mean,
something better to do.
we still gotta play that Outlast game, so that
Yes,
should
we
be
do.
fun. I'm pretty sure that will scare the shit out of me. I'll cry maybe. I'm pretty sure a tear will come out of my eyes. Outlast freaked the fuck out of me when I first like played a little bit in the beginning.
Which is the one with the witch, like the fucking you're like in the forest running around. That's the one I played.
I think it's the second one. Oh
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I just,
Outlast. If it's Outlast, it's the second one.
It's the second one? Okay, yeah. That's the one that game. The first one was whatever for me because I watched my brother play some of it. So I kind of like ran through it and like knowing what to expect. When I played the second one, I played that one by myself and I was terrified. Like there was points where I was just like, my hands are sweaty. And that's kind of how I felt with like Alien Isolation. But that game just gave me anxiety because I was like, dude, this fucking stupid fucking alien won't leave me alone. And then
it's
I
like it wants to kill me or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get anxiety. Like I don't off of those games. I just get mad. I'm just like,
you know what? But that's the thing. Like,
dumb game won't let me fucking pass because of this one dumb mechanic.
I immerse myself into it. So it's like I tunnel vision so hard into these games where like nothing around me like even matters. Like the fact that I still have a clip on my Twitch where I was playing the Blair Witch game.
Twitch.tv/ninjubi. Continue.
And Miguel was in my chat. He was in Discord with me and I didn't even know. He was just quiet and then he made some weird noise. Keep in mind I was also drunk. I was playing, I was like, huh? I was like, what? I was like, hold up. And then some loud screech. I was like, no. I was like, I'm done. I was like, fuck this game. I was like, I don't want to play no more. And we left it like that. And he started laughing. He's like, I was like, wait, who's in here? He's like, it's me, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, I was like, that shit scared the shit out of me. Like, I literally jumped so hard off my seat.
What's it called? I don't know what it is. I just like the way you guys talk about this stuff. I just don't get as immersed as you guys. I don't know why. Like when it comes to games, like scary games or anything in general like that, movies, I just don't. Like I don't.
I find it so weird that you don't.
I know
like you being hardcore in gaming too. Like I'm like, how do you not? Like,
I was
you know
gonna
what
say
it is?
him hardcore in his music. Oh, that's surprising because you're so like immersed in your music and you're so in the zone. I would assume that you can find your way to get into the zone a lot easier for something that's like basically doing the work for you, but maybe that's why, because you're not involved.
I think it's also that he analyzes everything from like from the ground up. Like as soon as we start anything, whether it's a game or anything in general, he's already fucking looking for things to like put like his mind in it and be like, nah, that's not me. Like, nah, I can't do it. Like he puts too much realism into it where you forget that it's a game and you're supposed to immerse yourself into it.
I don't like I think about it critically or something. Cause like, I think like the best example of it is like horror nights. Like the times that we've gone, what's it called? I never get scared. If anything, I'm just more like, I get happy if one of them actually like comes out and like, actually somewhat gets a reaction out of me. I'm just like, oh shit, I did not expect that. Like, cool, that was cool. Like, because I guess already in my head I'm like thinking like, all right, they're gonna be right there, blah blah blah. Got this. You're
like numb to it. You're like expecting it, or you're like,
he kind of preps himself as he's getting into it to like expect the unexpected.
I think I kind of get that when it comes to games and movies though, because there is like a formula when it comes to like games, especially with gaming and movies, because they always have like the tags like horror, suspense, thriller, shooter, adventure, RPG. Like you're aware of like what that's like already by past experience. So I guess you're kind of already subconsciously preempt building up a pseudo expectation. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: when you watch a movie, like, or like, obviously you're saying you don't get immersed to it, or like even a game, right? Do you ever like have that moment where you like just shut off your brain and you're like, okay, let me just go into it blank? Or are you like Anna, like I said, like you're just like kind of critically thinking, analyzing everything as you're going into it? Because that's what I think is missing from people who don't like, not you specifically, but just people in general who can't immerse themselves into things, or like the people who are like, oh, like how do you play video games? I don't get it. It's like, well, you like, I kind of just shut off my brain. Like the only time I'm really thinking is when we're playing Valorant.
Yeah.
Any other game, my brain is like on fucking blank. Unless like when I played fucking what's that game that you got me into, Lee? The tourney one.
The tourney one?
Fuck.
What was it on? PC, PS4?
PC. Well, PS4 and then PC. No.
PS4 and PC, and it's tournament? Is it a fighter?
It's no. It's like fuck. What was it called? I got into it with you and Brian a lot. Like you were surprised like how like
Smite?
Oh,
okay.
Like those are the only two games I can really say I'll sit there and like think how to play. Like calculate, because I like everything's calculated and how you're supposed to play it and when you're supposed to make moves, right? But like give me Minecraft, give me fucking, even when we used to play Overwatch, my brain would just shut off. But because I was like, there was really no like there was no competitiveness to that. I think I'm like that, like on competitive stuff. But like games like Back 4 Blood, fucking fighting games, Destiny, like my brain shuts off and I can immerse myself into it where it's like it just feels cool. Like it's a cool world and I'm like, this would be so dope if this actually existed.
That's how I am when it comes to watching stuff. Like I tap into my kid brain like when I want to, and I'm just like, okay, like if I'm gonna sit in a movie, I literally will just sit there and then like I'll get comfortable, whatever. And I can feel like my iris is getting wider, and I'm just like, yes,
yeah,
here we go. And like kind of prep my brain to just consume. Yeah, that's what I guess I do, but subconsciously, I'm not like actively like flip the switch, guys.
Yeah,
let's go to work.
No, I think it's just a subconscious thing that happens.
I don't know. I think it's just for specific movies is like a lot easier for me. Because I feel like I don't know.
You're on a ride.
Yeah,
you have no control over it.
Because I know like I can get immersed into a movie. I like not to the point where I get super into not super into, but like over, how do I say it? Like over invested, I guess I would say. Like super invested. Like I'll enjoy it and I'll sit there and I'll be like, that was a good movie, or like, oh, that's a cool world type of thing. But I'm just not there thinking like to myself like, yo, like I don't know, like fully deep delved into it.
Yeah,
I think that is immersion. Like something I was watching earlier today was kind of like it's like a topic, but to like kind of touch into it a little bit, you could kind of ask yourself like the question would be like, so imagine like you're watching that movie or you're playing that game. For the movie, somebody next to you starts talking. Now, when they start talking and you're watching this movie, what's your immediate reaction? Do you have an immediate reaction, or are you still watching what you're watching?
Probably still watch what I'm watching.
Do you even acknowledge or anything that comes out? Do you feel anything when that happens, or the possibility of that happening?
I usually tune them out.
Okay, but you're kind of aware that it happened.
Yeah.
But your reaction is to just be like, oh, gone, like zone out.
Yeah,
Zone
unless
that part out.
unless it's like somebody that's like if it's a random voice, I'll tune it out. But if it's like somebody that I'm there with, or somebody that I'm, what's it called, trying to get my attention or something like that, then I have enough of an attention span to just be like, oh shit, what happened? Or like,
yeah.
But
no, I think like I was saying, I think that kind of goes to show like how far your immersion goes. Like I know for me, when I'm watching something, especially a movie, I'm just so invested in what I'm watching. The minute I hear some stupid fucking joke, some stupid like laugh out of nowhere, or somebody saying some just out of left field comment, I'm like, broken. What the fuck was that for? Like I get so offended, like they just ruined my experience. That's how deep my immersion will go, and I'm just like, God damn it. We're all like, and then I like go down, like the snowball starts rolling down the hill. But
Gotcha.
I think I'm 50-50. Like I'll pay attention. Like someone says something, like it doesn't pull me away from it, but I'll be like, huh? I'll be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and I just keep watching.
Oh no, like if it again with Richard and with you, like if it's a friend or someone that's in my space, like in the group, then that's fine. Like I can do that, like Richard and you. I have like enough of attention span to get that. But when it's a random person and it's unneeded and unwelcome. Like we were watching John Wick, and that vibe was like very much like it's cool to kind of like just vibe there, and somebody will make like a little like they'll laugh at something, and then that will cause a reaction. Like, it's kind of like the whole movie theater was in that moment. Yeah. But when it's something that's just so like you're fucking in a glass house and someone throws a rock, it's just so jarring. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why even say that? Why even make that joke? Or what was so funny? Like, it just trips me out.
I think I can agree with you there, just because like I think my brain falls into that like mindset of like you're just craving attention and you're trying to get a reaction to somebody after something stupid, and I just don't tolerate dumb shit like that. Yeah. So I'm just like immediately I fall in there like, this person's fucking annoying. Like like you're ruining my fucking time here. Yeah. So I know what you mean. Yeah, like because as soon as you said, oh, like with friends it's different, I was like, oh no, with strangers it's like, if everyone's laughing or someone says something and it's genuinely funny and like everyone gets a reaction out of it, it was
it's
like
cool. It's good. Like,
but if someone's
welcomed.
saying something stupid at an unnecessary like point of whatever, it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like nobody wants to hear you. Yeah.
And I feel like that's like a difference in immersion. Like for you, Richard, like you said, you just zone out. Like there isn't a like need to like say something or to like really like overreact or react on the next level. So I think that is like just a differing level of immersion. I think you're still immersing yourself enough to like build anticipation for what's going to happen. And that's a form of immersion, but it's not as deep as like what Steve and I will go through.
I don't know.
So I think you're okay, Richard. I don't think you're broken.
I'm broken in other areas. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Dude, no, but like what I remember when you mentioned your brother, Steve, watching him play LS1, I just remembered when we were watching your brother play fucking Returnal, that one game. And then he was just like, oh, is that it? Did not die once. The point of the game is you're supposed to die. You're at least supposed to die at least like a couple times. And he didn't die at all.
That's just him. That's him. Okay, look, like I give him this much. I've known him my whole life. He has always been just gifted at gaming when he really like when he's really invested into any fucking game he plays, and he knows this very well and he's cocky about it. It's like, for like that game where like everyone was like, dude, you're supposed to die. He's like, oh wait, really? He tried so fucking hard and he was so fucking sweaty that he literally missed half of that game because his ego got to him, where he was like, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. Like watching this fucking, at the time we were kids, watching this kid play Castlevania and not fucking die.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, dude, just die. He's like, fuck no.
Just
I'm
I
like,
want to play now.
Yeah, I was like I watched him like run through these games. Like he was like on time. Like it's like if I don't finish this now, the world's gonna end. Type of shit. Like he was on it, and it's like I knew from those days. I was like, oh, he's gonna be so good at fucking video games when he's older, and he's proven it time and time when he invests into these things. Because
True.
he's so fucking annoying when it comes to that. Like watching him play Diablo, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good, and he plays by himself. Like his friends are all in there, but he's just running around doing his own shit. And I'm like, dude, like fuck you. Like that's not the game.
Diablo's so fun. I've gotten to the
I
point
haven't
where
even
now
played it yet.
I'm trying to like fine tune builds now. So now I'm having to like farm.
Yeah.
But the thing is that to get like
it,
the real farming, you need to get through the campaign.
I want to play with you.
And I've been playing with friends, so I'm like shit. But I'm pretty sure, like, if they don't want to play tomorrow, then I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna do the mission still, because that's what I was doing.
Yeah,
and you could jump into other people's stories, and play with them.
I do like that. Yeah,
even if they've already, if you've already done it, you can still play with them, and you get XP. You just don't get like big rewards.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. I was like, when you jump into other people's game, does it level cap you onto their level, or are you on your level? And you're just fucking OP as shit running through everything.
No, that's the cool part. So if you and I were to play, the enemies are respectively leveled. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. I've never known how the system
level
works.
to wherever you're at.
Yeah. So if you're level 5, I'm level 55. They'll be level 55 for me, and they're gonna hit, and my health will take like the damage of a 55. But you're still like, they still will do the exact same amount of damage to you, but respective to you.
That's cool. Game I like that.
It'll still balance out the enemies because there's multiple people in the party or in your squad. It'll still, including on top of all that, it'll then balance it because there's another person.
Yeah.
So it's doing like 5 or 6 different things all at once. And I'm like, this is Diablo?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I not play the second one? The third one apparently was cheek. So I was like, damn.
Yeah,
I should have played this shit earlier.
I didn't know that. Yeah, because I like when Will ran me through fucking Destiny, when the game first came out, he had like fucking binged it. So I was like, shit. I was like, he's like, let me catch you up. This motherfucker spent like, there was points where he was just so far into the mission. I was like, I'm just gonna stand here and spawn, and I would spawn in, and everything's dead, and I'm like, just walking a quiet fucking hill, and he's just like, all you hear you just hear him in the distance, just boom, da da da. I was like, this motherfucker's having fun. I was like, how do you do that?
It's like
I think about that fucking meme where the guy is like, a hopeless romantic, and then it's the guy like,
it's like the one fucking sweaty person.
I knew you were. What was it? Monster Hunter. When you were trying to get into it, and Lee was like, "Oh yeah, like I'll help you guys." What's it called? Get to where we're at, where he and Jasmine were at, and we're like, "Okay." I went along with it. I said, "Fuck it, I like the game." I was like, "Okay, we get to that part," and then at that point, it was all just like get as cool as you possibly can be, which is all I wanted. And then, but you like fucking after the first like 2 days or whatever.
The first half week.
You were just like, nah. It's not fun for me. I'm just like,
it wasn't because I was like, you guys are killing everything. I was like, I feel like
they made it fun for me just because what's it called? They knew not like Will was the extreme example of I'm gonna do everything on myself. You just fucking stay there.
You just
where they like
piggyback off this shit.
They helped obviously, but I still felt like they left enough room for me to be like, yeah, you do your little contribution.
Yeah, no. That's why I remember when we first started. When Jasmine and I finally convinced you guys to get it. I think it was even on PlayStation Plus or something like that. It was free or it was on sale. No, yeah, I know you guys. You had a good time, and so did Richard, obviously. But I remember with Jasmine, I remember telling you guys play together. You guys should play together. You guys should try to play when both of you are down, because then you guys will like go through it together and you're both experiencing it with someone else. So it's even funner, because that game is like you could play on your own, but that's like for sweaty people where you're just doing solo hunts and you're just doing it all by yourself. You're not even doing online play, like just solo offline. Yeah. That is some sweaty nerd shit right there. And I get it. That
was me on 14.
That's fine, but that's online though. You still have that environment or that community feeling of like it's an MMO. So if I go to town, I'm gonna see people. In that game, you go to town and you're gonna see like the same
NPCs,
the same chef just
Yeah, but I think the difference was like
too.
even if you saw people in that game, like you're for 14 for the people who don't play it, it's an MMO, it's an open world MMO game, so you run around the whole map and you're bound to see somebody or everybody or a few people hanging out in certain spots doing something. But when you play the game long enough,
dates,
like
weirdos.
If you play buying a house together. If you
getting married,
yeah, honestly,
it was Valorant before Valorant.
Oh my god,
it was everything before anything.
Yeah, Jesus.
What's it called? Like you just zone all that out. Like the funniest shit in those games are watching people with like the creative names, like the most fucking stupid names that we would see. Like it was like himbo some shit. I was like, what?
It's almost like people watching on like in real life, but on Final Fantasy. But Final Fantasy is, I feel like, even funner sometimes because it's fantasy.
Yeah.
So it's even more ridiculous than watching someone do something really stupid in person.
And then you always got that one fucking person that you're just chilling and like you decide to have your character sit there and you're just kicking it, just kind of just passing time, talking with friends, or you're waiting for like a boss fight to come up so you can hang out. And then one cool fucking guy just swoops on by. You're like, wait, I want to see your armor. So you're like literally like running after him.
It's the meme. No, God. And you just see like the most. Yeah, you just see the most badass person. You're like, what the fuck was that?
You're like, holy shit, what was that?
Why is his horse see-through and blue and bubbles coming out of its hair? What the fuck?
You're like, why does his armor look like he's stacked? No, that's probably it's a mount.
Yeah, that's actually a thing.
But my brother had all the cool ones too, because he had played it from obviously like beta.
Yeah.
To be like, look at this, and I'm like, I just have a chocobo. Like, I'm just chilling with my
little chicken.
I was like, I got my little chicken, and I'm running with it. This motherfucker's flying on an eyeball, like, or a big ass dragon. I'm like, I'm not having fun. I don't have what you have.
See, hold on. That's how I feel when like Destiny, where I see everybody with this cool shit. I'm just like, I'm here with not even the full complete beginner set because the game fucked me.
That's your fault.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it is not. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just for some reason it never gave me the basic shit. Apparently, according to Lee. So I'm just like, well.
Yes, I remember I started getting into the cool stuff, and I was like,
I think it's kind of funny because when it came to Monster Hunter, Richard was more invested to do it. That's why we ended up playing with Richard more, because at some points he was like just not down. He wasn't really down to play. So but Richard was down. So we're like, me and Jazz were like, well, you could play with us.
What was I playing?
I don't know. That was on PlayStation.
You wouldn't be on.
Oh, probably no. I would be. Rainbow.
Oh,
that's when I got really.
That's when we would
Rainbow.
all play together, but you just wouldn't be on.
Play Rainbow. Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck you were doing, but you just,
something.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But yeah, so we were like, well, Richard, we can play with you. So I'm the same. I get the same feeling as Steve when it comes to playing with someone that is like super OP and you're just kind of sitting there like, let me do something. What the fuck am I here for?
Yeah,
it's for me, it's almost like a selfish feeling. Like you're just like, okay, get to this point so you can help me do my stuff because I need a person.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, okay. So what we did with Richard, Jasmine and I, like the whole like even Richard was like, it looks cool. You look dripped, and so we're like, okay, yeah, you could get that too. So we're getting into that point. So all Jazz and I would do is just flashy, stylish shit that did like no damage to the monster. But Richard was like actually like, yeah.
I'll be like, I did a combo. Be proud of me.
Yeah, his fucking fatigue levels all low and shit.
We're like Circus Delay through the sky, and Richard's like a fucking cracked out raccoon with two knives in his hands.
Yeah, basically, I'm just
back
like
to that fucking meme.
I'm just there at the dragon's feet, like.
It was fun. It was cool. So then we finally got Richard to like the front door of like the end game stuff. That's when the real grind happens. So we were like, okay, we got to try to make time for it. But at that point, there was other stuff coming out, and we just weren't playing it. So yeah, so that's what happened.
I still remember the Safi fucking hunts, and those were fun as fuck.
Those were cool. Yeah. So anyone that plays Monster, that's where we got him up to. And after that, then it's like get to Monster Hunter rank, blah blah blah, and then we got to do this fight, and then after that you got to get 15 more levels, and then after that we'll do another fight, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's a lot. It's a game that you really got to dedicate time to.
I think the main thing that at the end of it like started turning me off was all the cool shit that I wanted. There was so much caveat, like so much grinding
prerequisites
needed.
to get to it.
And I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
good.
Is it even worth it?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
When I could just be on fucking Rainbow, just, you know, shooting people's brains out.
Just yelling.
Yeah.
That's how I am with the new Monster Hunter, because we played it on the Switch and then we stopped because other stuff was coming out, and it came out on the PC, so then I got it again. But just knowing that I need to get through like the whole everything that I did on the Switch version again, and then on top of that, then finish it, and then I can get into the DLC that came out, because whenever Monster Hunter does like add-on content, it's really good. They give you like a bunch of moves, a bunch of new monsters, a bunch of new items, so it's like it's almost like another game, so it's like worth it content, but you have to get through the main story. So I'm just like, god damn it. And even if I get an option to start the DLC first, I still won't do it, because that's how games are. If you're gonna take the skip, you're gonna risk missing stuff. So don't take the skip. So yeah. But for your brother, it was tripped out for him when he like that's how he plays games. He's a grinder to the end, and then when he finally gets there and he plateaus, he'll stick through it. He'll stick through it, and then when something else comes out that's almost on the same level of grind or dedication, he'll then jump over. But
he's a very grindy person.
Yeah, it's cool.
Final Fantasy molded him to do that.
Yeah,
for sure. Because he grinded shit on that game where it was like, at this point, I was like, I think he's just doing it to help others. Because I was like, he was just grinding. He was looking for reasons to grind. I was like, you're an addict.
Reason latency was looking for a reason.
I was like, oh, you're actually addicted, and that's not his tag handle anymore.
No, it's reason. It's just reason. That's why I said reason.
Wait, it's reason, etc.
Yeah.
Oh, reason, etc.
Yeah.
But so speaking of Twitch, did you guys hear that Twitch is like kind of murdering themselves right now? Shooting themselves in the foot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They somehow fixed it, but it's still just like, bro, what are you doing?
Bro, somehow fix it is almost like what Overwatch is doing with their solo mission or their PvE shit. They're like, guys, we have PvE. And everybody saw the trailer and everybody's like, oh my God, no way. Then the next day, it's going to be $40.
Wait, really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think it's 40 or it's something, or it's 20 to 40, but you have to buy the access or the pass to play the PvE stuff, apparently.
So at first they said, hey, this isn't happening. And then they got the uproar of people. And now they're like, oh, it's happening, but we're going to charge you now because we don't want to take it out.
At first, in the beginning, they said, this is going to be the main game. We're obviously PvP orientated, but we're going to have PvE. We're going to have a story mode. You guys should be excited. And everybody was hyped. People got Overwatch because of it. Then they're like, psych. And then everybody was like, you betrayed me. No, sorry.
You edged us is what happened.
Yeah,
that game.
Blue balled. Everybody got blue balled pretty hard. So then they released a trailer earlier this week or at the end of the last weekend. And it was basically like, hey guys, we're cool again. Here's what we got. And it was like a bunch of missions. It's like a softcore PvE story. And then they showcase a little bit of the new hero that's coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, tight. And then they came out that you have to actually buy access for it. But it's just so like you guys didn't have like any clue about it. I feel like Richard would kind of hear about it a little bit.
I saw the trailer of the fucking PvE shit. And I was just like, wait, I thought this was canceled. And I was just like, okay, cool. I didn't see the fucking price point.
Yeah, so nobody's really talking about it. I don't think anybody's really aware of it. I saw it because of like Twitter. I could be wrong.
I think people probably stopped caring too because they just got fucking turned off from it.
People are so put out with it that it's like, this is so money grubby. It's
you know what the shitty part is? Everybody's gonna buy it.
Maybe. I'm not too sure. I feel like not as much as many people would if they hadn't like just done the whole like, oh, we're not. Well, actually, I don't even know. shit, you're gonna be charging people something that was supposed to be guaranteed to just be part of the game. Fuck.
They're gonna do it.
Maybe because it is free to play. So I guess I wonder if people would be like super upset now for sure because of the whole like we're doing it. We're not just kidding. Charge.
Wasn't the whole thing that they were gonna charge for it in the beginning anyway, but then they made it free to play because it's just a fucking basically a re-engine, reskin. Yeah.
Yep.
That's all.
So that's why. Yeah. So that's why it's like I guess people could make the argument that it's still free. We're just spending $40 because that's like the actual game.
That's crazy.
It's wild. But yeah, so a lot of companies are really worried themselves. That Twitch shit really tripped me out. I loved everybody's reaction to it though. I think it's Paladin Amber. Did you guys see?
I love Paladin Amber.
So for those of you that don't know, the Twitch thing that we're talking about is
she's British.
She's Australian.
She's Australian.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I was like, no, same thing.
Jesus.
Same
one of them has kangaroos. That's it.
And one of them has.
The other one has black and white Chinese food. Anyways.
True. So Twitch streaming service, pretty sure everybody knows about it now. COVID times were prime streaming era. So the way that most people have their stream set up, like if you guys are looking at us on the screen, on the bottom is usually like a banner or like a placeholder or something that's basically like the streamer's name, maybe the latest follower, the latest subscriber, maybe like a dono goal. And then if they're a little bit more well established, it's a like sponsorship. It's a logo,
a brand,
GIF, a branding, something to showcase like, oh, I'm partnered with these people. I'm sponsored by these people.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch recently, before this happened, they had put out a notice basically saying like, oh, you guys can try getting in touch with partnerships, sponsorships through us. We're launching a new program that is allowing people to kind of have a spot to kind of do it all at once. And we're providing that for you guys. So nobody was going to fucking use it because you could do that shit yourself on like, I forget what the website is. It's like Stream Dashboard or even Streamlabs or OBS. Yeah. Like there's a website where they actually like have people that will do the exact same thing. Like brands will like put up offers for you and things of that sort for sponsorships. And then you just gotta stream the content and do the pitch. And that's kind of about it. So Twitch responded with that by basically saying, okay, you can have no more than 3% of your screen dedicated to animations and they are sponsorships or partnerships, and they can't be animated. They can't be embedded videos. They can't be this and they can't be that. So basically I don't know why the fuck they would do this. People are jumping ship left and right. I'm wondering what's going to happen with the bigger names because it's literally killing big streamers because a lot of them have built-in advertisements. A lot of them have really hefty sized sponsorships because that's their money. Like, yes, there's donations, there's bits, there's subscriptions, but the majority of their money is made from sponsorships, from that avenue. Like when people get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends or whatever it's called, the fucking the Raid game, the mobile game. On the right side of the screen, I don't know if you guys have actually seen it. So like it's the person, like their setup, but on the right side, it's a whole fucking chunk of the screen. Just number of downloads, 0 out of 10. Number of people in your clan, 1 out of 5, or whatever the amount is. Like it's an entire half, like quarter of the screen just dedicated to it. So shit like that is gone. So a lot of people are like, what the fuck am I going to do for money? What are we going to do with all this nonsense? So everybody's super pissed about it. I don't understand why they did that. I mean, I kind of get it because they're trying to be money grabbing. They want to be the middleman so that they can get a cut. Because I think right now Twitch's cut for partners it's 50-50. It used to be
70.
What was it? 70-30, and then it went to 60-40. Now it's 50-50. I don't understand. It's fucking ran by Amazon. You telling me Amazon doesn't have money to like just leave the fucking cuts the way they were before?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, what are you doing?
Well,
I don't understand. The thing
from a business perspective, I can somewhat understand it because I don't think Twitch is like gaining enough money comparatively to how much they're losing. I guess.
True. That I can feel that. I can feel
So
that.
I can understand if a company is like, "Hey, we either fix this and make it earn money, or we get rid of it," because at this point it's just costing us money.
Mhm.
But when it's a social media platform, which which it basically is at its core, you're fucking with the entire people. In this case, people with jobs too, because these
Yeah.
people make their livelihood on your platform.
Yeah.
So obviously, any little thing you do, it's gonna piss everyone off. So I don't know. It's just the way that they do it without talking, without like saying like explicitly like what the problems are that they're experiencing and what they're trying to do to fix it. Instead of like, being communicative and just transparent about that, they're just
And
like
open, yeah.
they're just like, hey, we're doing this. We're not gonna tell you
So
why we're
this is
doing it.
what's
But
happening.
yeah, but more than likely, you guys can guess. We just need money, but we're
Right.
not gonna tell you what's happening.
I remember when the news came out and then everybody got fucking pissed by what they were reading. And their response was, guys. Listen, I think there was some miscommunication. You guys aren't really understanding what we're saying. This is what's going on. And it was like, don't call the people you're stealing money from dumb, you stupid motherfuckers. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is way worse for business. Oh my
They're
God.
fucking dumb, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it's just like I forget who tweeted it. They're just like, why don't you actually like have a sit down with the bigger creators and figure out
something
together like what needs to happen, what needs to change, and what's possible. Because at the end of the day, everybody's just kind of guessing at what the other person's doing. And Twitch in a sense is basically just being like, hey, we don't know how to handle this, but we're just not even gonna tell you guys that we can't handle it, and we're just gonna fucking pretend that we have a plan. And at this point, it really just seems like they're just trying to do anything they can to fix their problem. But
they're trying to hit the pinata, but the blindfold is actually off. They just have to open their eyes, but they won't. They don't want to.
But they're stupid. And and then now everybody's like, "Oh, we should go to Kick." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, Kick, Rumble.
I haven't heard of
YouTube
Rumble.
makes. Yeah, Rumble is was it run by? It's crypto. I think it's ran by crypto bros and stuff like that. Like they founded it with whatever they had left from the crypto crash that went through a little while ago.
Kick is like the bigger name coming out right now. Obviously, there's YouTube.
Yeah. Well, because they're paying people.
Right. They have like a 90-10 split. But I just personally...
they're offering people hourly pay.
Yeah, they are. They're supposed to be. They're talking about they're going to put them on a wage. Yeah, on a salary or some shit.
Which is like $300,
bro. I don't. Oh man, I don't think that's good.
I watched somebody who I follow like kind of like a big person like give a breakdown of like what like how it works, and I'm like, whoever's in their fucking advertising team is great because they are pulling in people like that off of that. Realistically though, like that's not a livable wage. Like,
well, even
the way you earn it is not like a livable wage. Like it's like you really have to like give up your entire life to like start earning this wage.
I was gonna say most of streaming / content creation isn't livable until you reach that high 1% or higher. Just because at that point you're not really getting much from your streaming or whatever the fuck. It's mostly just from sponsors, brands that are trying to take advantage of that screen time that you're putting out anyway.
I have a friend who is in the UK, Rasco 100. Hi Rasco, if you ever watch this. He's a doll. He plays Rainbow, and he was playing with a pretty well-known YouTuber in the Rainbow space. His name is Narcoleptic Nugget. He's really cool, funny dude. And he was playing with him for a bit, and then he kind of got more of a following, so he kind of built himself up, and then he ended up getting partnered because of the fan base and community that he has on his Rainbow shit, and he started posting on TikTok, getting a lot of views, and YouTube too. So he actually got invited out to Ubisoft to test out like the past 2 seasons and the new operators and stuff like that. Cool. It was like it was part of the content creator meetups or whatever. So that was really neat. That's the 1%, or like that's when you start getting there. So it's possible, but man, is it work and dedication. This man was hustling. Oh god,
it's work dedication. It's like
you
do have to take a risk at it, just because
it's a gamble.
If for some reason something fucks up, you never have any job security in a sense. At least for us, we always kind of know that, fucking we'll be employed at least next week, or
right, true,
even just tomorrow. But what's it called? For them it's just like any day now. The whole thing could just come crumbling down. And in Twitch's case, all that whole shit, any fucking streamer on Twitch, big one, could just fucking lose their money like that, because Twitch is just like, hey, we can't do this anymore.
True. For the bigger streamers, I completely forgot. I saw my note. I put this down. So do you guys know Nick Merckx?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
The Twitch. Yeah. So, Steve, do you know Nick Merckx?
Yes.
Cool. So
I was like, we were talking about it, so I already know what we were going to talk about.
No, it's okay. So, for those of you that don't know, Nick Merckx is a streamer on Twitch. So this is a little controversial. Just to give a heads up. I don't think. No, whatever. Heads up. So in Glendale, there is a protest based around the fact that a school went ahead and acknowledged Pride Month, and they were having a Pride celebration. And parents got mad, and so did conservatives and people that are really upset with the hot topic, which is kids and anything LGBTQI plus related. So a fight ended up breaking out at the protest while they were elaborating and delegating what was going on inside the actual school district meeting, I believe.
Yeah.
So a caster was basically saying I forgot what the exact words were, but he was basically like, America is such a scary place. Why don't we just let people be who they are? And then Nick Merckx's reaction was, why don't we just leave the little kids alone, or something like that? So people got pissed. People got upset because they feel like that statement is homophobic, transphobic specifically, because that's the real hot topic that's going on around nowadays, especially Pride Month. Woo. So I don't know why they did it. I guess maybe it's because that's the only gaming company that he's associated with or was partnered with was Blizzard or Call of Duty. Was it Activision that runs them? Activision Blizzard. They pulled his skin pack or skin bundle or outfit bundle, whatever, from the store. Yeah. Basically, you could go to the store, buy outfits of characters and also famous figures. They had, what were the soccer players? Neymar and Messi, and I think the other dude.
They only had two. They only had Neymar and Messi.
I think there was three. I remember.
Didn't they?
No,
I think. Oh, I don't know.
It's just Neymar and Messi. It was just those two.
Whatever.
But
so they have cartel people.
So they took off Nick Merckx. So in response, a lot of people, specifically Dr. Disrespect for one, got on stream. It was just spewing how he's upset about the fact that you can't share freedom of speech, yada yada. So he uninstalled Call of Duty and showing its solidarity with Nick Merckx. And then the next one to follow, I think, happened 2 days ago or a day ago. Tim the Tap Man, another streamer.
I was so surprised. I was so surprised that Tim did that, because Tim is so anti-controversial. He stays away from all of that shit. Stuff, and, he's never involved in any of that. So when I saw that, I was like, no, not you.
It's so weird.
I like you.
He went ahead and was he said something, but basically at the end of it was in support of my friend Nick, I would like my bundle to be removed from the store, because they both were premiered at the same time. Yeah. Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx, their skin bundles, so you can play as them in the game.
They're big in the Call of Duty community.
Yeah. Activision said, okay, sure. Yoink, and they pulled his fucking skin pack from the store too. Bro, just support your friend. Don't fumble your own bag. I don't understand. I don't get it.
He got a big bag already. So
I know, but that's even more.
Yeah.
It's what are you doing? Just say, oh, I'm in support of my friend. Honestly, from what I saw with Nick Merckx, that's all he said as far as I could.
That's all he said. That's all he's ever said. Yeah. He's not.
Yeah, so it's
they're both neither in that country. I don't know. I'm
guys,
he shouldn't have even said it to begin with. I was like,
no, yeah, I do.
I was agree. You're a gamer. This has nothing to do with you.
Well, I agree. I agree to a certain extent. It's more like for coming from someone part of the community, but also I feel like I'm
He's
a
also
little
a
bit more.
father.
I'm a little bit more. Yes,
That's
I'm a
what I
little
was
bit more
saying.
level-headed when it comes down to stuff like this. It's like that's all he said was just leave the kids alone. Honestly, like you can't blame a parent for saying something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
like a parent has every right to just be like, leave kids alone, leave kids out of it. Like, sure, okay, you have that right. You live in America. You have a right to freedom of speech. You're also online, the internet, anonymity. It's just words on a computer screen. Like, it's fine. It's just that I feel like people are a little too trigger happy, and it's kind
Yeah.
of leading to like just quick responses and not critical thinking, or just kind of giving it a second, you know? Because honestly, what I read, at first I was like, oh fuck this guy. Like I assumed he said something else because obviously the company just deemed it enough to remove his skin pack or something from the store, and that means a lot when it comes to streaming. You're just a streamer, and then someone puts you in a game. Like, whoa, you really are doing something. And if they take it out, whoa, you're really fucked up. So I assumed it was going to be bad, but when I read it, I was like, that's it. This is it. What the hell? This isn't even that bad. I don't know.
I think the only reason it got so big, first of all, it was during Pride Month, which, you know,
That's
already everything's just kind of like, what's it called? There's hate coming out as much love as this coming out this month because people are fucking very vocal about this right now. Which whatever, I've always fallen on whatever. Let them do whatever they want. You know, as long as they're not hurting anybody, who cares what people do? But especially with this, the main thing that I have a problem with is just like, obviously, like he said what he said as a parent. He said that out of his saying, because he streamed later on, and he said like basically to like clarify himself. He was just like, "Well, I'm a parent, and I wouldn't like it if my kid was like told all of this, and it didn't come from me." And I was just like, okay, I understand that outlook to it. Obviously, like you kind of want to tell your kid first, but some kids don't have that option. Some kids grow up in a household where, you know, if they even say that they're having those thoughts, they could be fucking, you know, just severely punished. Punished.
Yeah, no, we can't say it. We're on a lot of different platforms. Right. We can't say what it actually is, but you know what we're talking about.
Some kids don't have that
that luxury, that privilege,
that luxury, a figure, somebody to go with, even. And on top of that, it's also just a way to expose people or kids who don't identify as gay or lesbian, you know, anything like that. It's just a way to like desensitize it, I guess, in a way. Personally, I think, and not think that it's something weird, and have them think that it's like, oh, you're different from me, and that should be a good enough reason for me to bully you. I saw a guy. I only say this because I saw a guy on TikTok like post his whole like backstory as to like, I wish somebody would act, or like back in the day, like actually had this talked about in school, because I was seen as a fucking different outsider, and he didn't even know what the fuck he was going through. Because
was it a white dude?
I think so.
That used to...
I know I reposted it, so you might have seen it.
We might have watched the same thing, because I saw it earlier and it made me cry.
Yes, dude, it was sad as fuck. It was sad. He basically detailed his whole story about how he grew up constantly bullied by both teachers and what's it called, students. And he didn't have anybody to go out to, and his whole thing was just like, I'm a fucking freak. I wish I wasn't a freak, but in reality, it's something natural that, you know, if people were more aware / desensitized, it would have just been like, yeah, whatever, who cares, type of thing. But
and the worst part is that he didn't even know what he was for the most of his life. He was just existing. He just knew what he liked, and that was it. Yeah. And everybody else was the one that set expectations and thoughts and opinions upon him. And it was just like, they're kids for the most part. Bro, they're gonna be into like their entire life is gonna be surrounded by a Disney movie they watched the night before, and then a week later they're gonna be into Batman or something, like, or whatever. TikTok, the next fucking TikTok trend. Like, it's fine. Like, I feel him when he says leave the kids alone, but like, just everybody just leave the kids alone. We'll just give a helping hand to help them figure themselves out, figure out the world that they live in, and then let them decide what steps they want to take next. Because Lord have mercy.
Mhm.
It is crazy. Oh, to also give a little bit more reference or background information for the school, they did give students a paper and parents an option to opt their children out of the celebration, out of the pride acknowledgement, basically. And that, I feel, to me, good enough.
Yes,
totally good enough.
The other thing I was gonna say, because the whole reason he commented about it was because of the one protest that was going on at some school because they were having their Pride Month like celebration or whatever the fuck, and there was a bunch of people protesting it outside of the school and shit like that. Those people, like, apparently, like, more than half of them weren't even parents at the school. They just
they're just random protesters.
You know, bigots,
just upset conservatives.
Yeah,
that's
bigots
basically
who
what it
just
is,
see
to
a
be
rainbow
honest.
flag and think, I need to burn that for whatever the fuck reason. I need to shit on people's.
Dude, nothing trips me out more than people that are like, God, they're grooming our kids, they're converting our kids. When there's videos of kids stomping and ripping up and burning pride flags, I just, what the fuck are we, like, hello? Kettle, meat pot.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are we doing here? Doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm all for freedom of speech and everybody sharing their opinion, but if it's dumb and harmful to others, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. But I think to kind of top it off, so it's not such a heavy topic to end it on. I watched a lot of videos, and because it is Pride Month, there's a lot of different discussions, debates going on around like what's appropriate, what's right. And it feels like a lot of people's stances are fueled by I don't know, like false allyship, or just for the clout so that they could be online and get that presence, that viewership, or even by overly like zealot, like borderline zealot level conservativeness and trying to keep the old ways pure or whatever, you know? I think a good way to kind of figure yourself out is kind of like ask yourself critical like questions, or like just things that are like, if so-and-so were to come out to me, how would I feel? If I had a kid and they told me this, how would I feel?
Mm-hmm.
If this were to happen, kind of put yourself mentally in these situations and kind of help yourself understand. And then when you kind of get your answer, then kind of dig a little bit deeper into that so you kind of better understand yourself and the area that you're in. Are your thoughts your own, or are they being fueled by the people in your life or your current space? You know, I think that's good for you. I feel like Pride is like a month to be proud and be loving of yourself and other people in your community, but it's also a good time to kind of find others, even whether it be a chosen family or friends or support systems, and kind of like go through change or go through life with each other, because this shit's hard enough already. So find a buddy, find a couple buddies, and spend some time with yourself too, because alone time is always good. Self-improvement and self-love.
Education.
Education. Get educated, y'all.
Take some night
classes. It's good for you, and it's take some
I
night
don't know,
classes.
dude.
Hell yeah. Adult schooling is a thing. It's never too late. It's not a race. Take your time. Do it at your own pace. When you graduate, make sure to say thanks HF.
Thanks, heard from a friend.
I was trying to abbreviate it. Is that what HFAF?
I just put HFF, but yeah, sure.
HFF. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's the podcast. Yay.
Wow, dude.
We're now going to be answering everybody's favorite portion, the recommendations and final regards. We'll start with Steve, because he looks ecstatic.
He's just like, these are the people that I've chosen to do this with. These are
public school system sucks in your guys' area.
I did private a little bit.
My bad. I didn't go to 4 other ones.
Nah, I got mad education.
They just kicked you out. They're like, fuck it, lost cause.
Make sure to pat it down and make sure that it was a solid foundation. Oh God. I hope everybody's audio only right now.
I hope so.
Final regards and recommendations.
Final regards. Stop bugging people, man. Mind your business. Look, it goes to the oldest fucking saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Like, mind your own fucking business. Stay in your own fucking lane. Whether it's a school, whether it's you're on the street, whether you're in a fucking restaurant, who gives a fuck?
Speak.
It's not going to change the way your food tastes. It's not going to change the way you think. If anything, if it bugs you more than it bugs the people who actually are involved in it, you have bigger issues than you aren't aware of, and you need to get that checked out.
Spoken.
Yeah, I was just gonna say really quick to that, to people who are just like, you know, if it doesn't, don't be stupid.
If it doesn't apply to you.
I was just gonna say, don't be stupid, because like I forgot where the fuck this happened, or not, when some person went to the White House to like represent the trans community, and for some reason decided, I'm gonna take off my shirt at the White House and expose my breasts slash, I guess, scars or whatever,
Bare
from
chest.
the transition thing or whatever.
Top surgery.
There's a time and place for everything. If you know, be proud, but don't be stupid.
Yeah, you take away from your own, like your own message. I guess message when you're doing stupid shit. Yeah, that's the best advice I can give anybody. It's like, just stay in your fucking lane, man. Like, I think the three of us are very big advocates on, like, if it's not bothering you, or if it doesn't concern you, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? Like, next month, guess what? Next month, these people are still gonna be there. Like, nobody gives a fuck.
Next month, it's Lee's birthday month, so it's still half Pride, y'all.
It's not just, you know, like, nobody gives a fuck.
No,
like, about which one? Wait, about what?
About just people saying, no, we care about your birthday.
Oh, he's like, about Lee. Like, oh God, no.
Like, just mind your business, man. Honestly, like, mind your business, stay your lane. I don't know how many fucking times, year by year, we have to go through this. And if you're an asshole and you're going out of your way just to ruin someone's day, bro, I hope that you step on dog shit with your brand new white shoes. Like, fuck you. Hope you have a terrible day.
One brand new shoe and then one barefoot, and you just step into double pile of poops. One's a dog and the other one's questionable.
Oh, it's a homeless person.
It's just shit. Then you fall and it's just more shit. Oh, but also to say, don't be a bystander when you see unjust things happening or morally not good things. We assume that anyone that's watching us has a decent amount of common sense to understand when and when not to get into somebody else's business.
Yeah. Don't get yourself in trouble trying to play hero either. It's not worth it sometimes.
But don't let someone fucking get bullied because you don't know what the fuck to do.
Time and place. Assert the situation,
but
think about what you're going to do.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
Coming from 3 idiots. Anyway.
And just because I know we're short on time, music wise, it's a whole album. Never Worry by Snake Ships. That entire fucking album is just a bang and a buck all the way through.
Never Worry by who?
By Snake Ships. They just dropped this like a few days ago. This
Where
entire fucking album
sound familiar.
Snake Hips.
Snake Hips? Oh, Snake Hips.
Oh, Snake Hips. Sorry, what did I say? Ships.
Oh, okay,
Jesus Christ. I'm tired. Snake Hips.
So this whole album?
The whole album. It's a it's a great album. There's a little bit of everything in all of it. It's very mixed. It's very versed. It's they're EDM / not. Depends on like the type of music they play, but the entire that entire album is just fucking great. So good for you guys, man. That was a good ass album. I appreciate that one.
Oh, they make this song. It's that one thing again. Sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're on TikTok, you know.
They're also.
It's a good song though. I do like that song.
I mean, I didn't learn that song by TikTok. It's just I follow them, so I know it. But if you guys don't know who they are, if you guys have ever heard the song "All My Friends," that's their song. That's the one they produced.
Nice,
good song. I dig it. Cool.
Yeah, the entire album's dope.
Very nice.
And that's it.
Cool. That's it. All right, Richard, take it. Our local Coco.
What are you gonna say?
I would local Coco, but I want to say local Coco because we were talking about like what name do we give him? Because I said musical Manny and Swole Steve. I was trying to make a play on words because those are your guys' personalities.
You suck at giving people pet names, dude.
Steve is just muscle at this point, and Richard is only guitars.
Anyway.
A slow car crash.
What the fuck, man?
Good night, everybody. No, just kidding.
Anyway,
all,
we're
folks.
starting with music. Maybe this.
Yeah.
God damn it! It's
Maybe
goth.
that'll help with
No, it's
whatever
not
happens.
going to because the first one's goth, and it's just gonna be. It's gonna put you further into the pit.
It's just that mindset of like, even when you crash, the radio's still playing.
Anyway,
Ooh, that's a good fucking question, you guys. What's playing on the radio after your car crash?
Knowing Me is something by the Drums.
Knowing Me, it's some K-pop or some show or something that's like Fuck Men or I Love Men. One of those three top
Yeah,
options.
music.
Nice.
For sure. I'm fucking be playing like some Pepe Aguilar. And I'm going 140 into a tree.
No.
All
Anyway,
right, Richard,
first
hit us
song
with it.
is called "Shadows" by Twin Tribes.
Tribes.
What's it called? Like I said, it's goth, not emo, but just like dark synth. I like it a lot. It's just very good. Think of, oh my god, what the fuck is their name? Mocha Doma. They got famous for their fucking song about with like bats hanging upside down, and there's like black and white, and it's like, why do bats look like they're in a goth club? If you put the camera upside down, yeah. It's the same. It's the same style, but what's it called? Yeah, it's. I don't know. I like it a lot. Very cool.
I could see this being played at like goth night and like a club, and everybody's just like it's flashing
Emo
lights
night?
and everybody's I like it.
And then for something more uplifting / happy, I guess we're gonna go J-Rock. It's called "Odd Loop" by Frederick.
Odd Loop.
Yeah. It's
Frederick.
so good. It's just
Wow, that started so fucking strong.
yeah. It's just the complete
It is
opposite, but
Polar opposite,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure.
yeah, good little melody, good little bounciness to it. So yeah, those are my two. As far as any remarks, like Steve said, mind your fucking business. Just better for everyone in the end, including you. Like if you're constantly angry about shit like that, just stop. It'll help your blood pressure.
Inside.
What's it called? Happy Pride again. Stay safe. Stay vigilant, and yeah, enjoy.
You're gonna say
Have
something
some
else.
fun with friends. The fuck could you possibly
So
thought?
you're like, stay gay. I was just like, okay.
You took mine. I was gonna say though, stop worrying about others. It's good for your health.
It's
Don't
so
get into
good for
people's
your
business.
mental.
Yeah, it's good for your mental. It's good for your health, and maybe you'll be better for it because all that time you're busy worrying about other people and other people's kids, it could be spent on you or a hobby that you could pick up. Get a hobby. Shit, that's my advice. If you're upset about it, get a hobby. Spend your time worrying about how you're going to improve your hobby than better somebody else's kids or the community standing. I don't know.
Dude, imagine wasting gas out in
Weirdos.
LA just to go protest on some shit that has nothing to do
Bro,
with
actually
you.
though,
That's crazy.
fuck.
That's someone's lunch break.
That's somebody's lunch break. As for recommendations, my first one is gonna be I've showed this one to Richard before, but I realized I've never like actually recommended it on the podcast before. It's Medusa by Grizz and Recno in honor of Pride Month. That one, but it's those that don't know, Recno is a gay DJ EDM artist. Has played in different festivals and stuff like that. One of the people I actually do want to see, so I'm hoping Recno comes out west at some point. So maybe I'll check them out. It was very cool, but it's tight. It's good. The lyrics are tight, and Spotify has the lyrics, so you guys can get nice and gay.
Zesty.
It's nice and zesty. So it's cool. I do like this song a lot.
I feel
though.
like this is what would be playing if you got in the car crash.
Yeah, this was in the car earlier today. That's why I even brought it up. I was like, oh my god, I've heard this in a minute. Hey,
Just wake up upside down. What happened?
What's happening? Oh my god, why is my pussy popping? Seatbelt still holding me in place while my lower
End
half
it,
is
end
like
the
moving
podcast
along
now.
its
It's
own.
just the cops trying to take you out. Hot boys, nasty.
They're like, should we leave him in there?
The best part, the cops aren't hot.
Oh,
They're just like, what the fuck? Yo, this guy's gay.
no, they're taking you on. They're just like, wait, this shit
Jesus.
bumping.
They're trying to do CPR with the beat of the music.
Your phone or whatever is cracked. They can't see the name. They're just like, revive him. We need to know the name of the song.
The Shazam isn't working.
They're just crouched over pressing the Shazam.
The car's about to blow up.
The fire's going to the gasoline up into the tank.
It's just like, I haven't gotten the name yet.
As for the other song, it's gonna be just a double check because I know Richard recommended the Maria song. Was it Only in My Dreams?
That was Steve.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like someone did recommend it. That was like a third throwaway. So I was like, let me just double check.
I don't think that's the one he said.
I know I was gonna say I know it was a Maria song, but I wasn't sure if it was Only in My Dreams. If not, that one's really good. If it is, double stamp because that's a
he recommended
song.
Spin Me Around, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Only in My Dreams is
No, band in general, great band.
Yeah, there is
Mhm.
fantastic. You guys should check them out. Honestly, this nighttime driving,
The Maria's is
Fire.
perfect for a night
Fire.
drive.
Nighttime driving to chill or after you're this madre?
Both.
both, bro. Oh my!
It's just
I think my cousin's
Sounds
wife
bombs.
played this, and we were done like getting all like fucked up and shit. And even when I'm done doing Lee activities, this has popped up like a couple times, and I'm just like,
Like he didn't just do some fucking foul, disgusting shit.
I'm a sinner. Yes.
He's just putting on his seatbelt.
Oh my god, Steve. People we know watch this.
Oh well, that's your fault.
Jesus.
You're a sinner.
One last song is gonna be Habits featuring Pastel Ghosts by Mr. Kitty.
Thank you.
That one's
Wait,
I recommended
yeah,
that.
Steve recommended
Did
that
you?
one.
Oh, I
Yeah.
doubled down with it then because that is a good song. I was listening earlier
I
today.
did
I
a-
screenshot. I was like, oh my god.
I
So
did
that was good.
what's it called?
He did it with the.
I did
with
the keyboard
key.
cat
Yeah.
version.
For this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Ah.
butthead. You're the one who told him to do it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. He told you to do it.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. The point is, I did it. Yeah.
Nice.
It'll be in
Yeah, I
that.
love the
No,
song.
I start playing right now. Anyway.
It was the third one. That's why I was like, all right, just like one that I heard randomly while I was driving home from work. But
Good song.
that's it. That's the podcast. That's the episode. Hope you guys have a great time. Hopefully we kept you busy for the past hour and almost 30 minutes. Another long one, but we know you guys love those. Hopefully. I like long podcasts. Have a fun Pride. Be safe. Be vigilant. I hate that I have to say that, but that's the world we live in. Hopefully it won't be like that for much longer.
Ooh, also, let us know what song you would be listening to if you were in a car.
Oh
accident.
yeah, let us know what would be your car crash song. Cause
You know what's cool? So
everybody's got one.
This
Spotify
is breaking
audience.
the habit.
For our Spotify audience, there apparently is a Q&A thing that I can put
Nice.
in. I will make
Oh.
that a question. Go answer it down there. Let us know.
Oh.
What's it called?
is
While you're
Breaking the
there,
Habits by
don't forget to
Linkin Park.
follow. What's it called? And rate the podcast 5 stars if you can, and share.
I just realized I'm not following us on Spotify.
Jesus Christ. Fake.
Fake.
I followed us day
Oops.
one.
Oops.
How's that work?
Oops.
Wow.
Anyways,
Oh, I see it.
thanks for listening. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Cute. Yeah. Have a safe Pride. Have fun. Be safe, vigilant. Make memories. And stay cute. Cause what else are you gonna do?
all our followers are cute.
Cry?
It's a proven fact that if you follow / subscribe to us, you get 10% cuter.
10% cute bonus on top of the 5% slut bonus. You're welcome, bitch. Bye.
Bye.
What the fuck did I just hear?
Pride, baby.
Yo, look at me, baby.